Howdy, this is Mackenzie Franklin from SideGame LLC here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Today we're going to be taking a look at Aquatica, Simple Diving Deep Strategies by Ivan Tuzovsky, published by Cosmodrome Games and Arcane Wonders. Now this does include the Cold Waters expansion, and it is partially sleeved, and you're going to see why. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. So first off, you'll notice that the inserts have been removed and everything fits into one box with absolutely no lid lift. So you got a lot of room in here. So let's take a look inside. So right off the bat, you've got on the top here, you've got the main game board. And then we have all of the player components in their own separate tags. So this is all for the white components, which is the 5th player from the expansion. And then every other component here for the other 4 colors. We got blue and we got red. So just pass it to a player and they're ready to go. We then have our 2 rule books for the base game as well as the expansion. And then we have the new boards. This is a new condition for scoring. It's going to go from the expansion. I do prefer this vastly over the original. We have the sickle gel bucket in here for some freshness. And then we have on the left here, we have our 5 player boards just kind of placed on top of one another. There they are. And then on the right here, you're going to notice that we have actually, cannibalized the insert here. So first off, we have all the goals. This is the original base game scoring system. And you can simply take the container that's in there and cut it out, and then you'll put all of the scoring in here. Now, the more I think about this, if you are playing with this variant, this is a great way to do it. You simply just have it all in here, and you can easily take them out, and then they fit nicely on top of this card trace. They don't slide around or furl out. But if you are not really playing with this variant, which I find myself, you can simply just put these in a plastic bag and really not worry about them. Just have them in there just in case. So I don't really like playing with this variant, with the base game rules for the scoring, but I think this is here just in case. Up next, we have over here, this is another piece that has been cannibalized from the core insert. This is going to be just a card holder for your deck of ocean cards. So these are all of the characters you can recruit during the game, and I'll put link in the description for the sleeves that I use for the cards here. And then on the bottom here, face down, we've got all of the different kings that you can play with if you decide to play with that variant. Give you a special card that's unique to you when you start each game. So those, you simply cut out that tray here, and they fit really nicely in there. And so that they don't slide around, you simply place it so that it's facing the wall so that they're not going to move around when the box is moved. So that works really nicely there in the corner. Next, we have a simple container here. You could use any type of container or bag, and this is simply just to hold things in place. These are going to be your wild mantas. Now, when you play the game, you're probably just going to dump these out because you are looking for specific symbols here, but it's nice to just have them in a container. But a plastic bag works just fine for this. I like this one, though, because it is a little bit more sturdy. And then lastly, we have all of our small cards. Now, this is probably the weirdest thing here. There are sleeves available, and I'll put a link in the description for sleeves for this game, but I don't know if I actually am going to get them yet. So we have 2 different types of cards here. These are all of the location cards that you're going to be getting during the game. Now, this game features lots of different locations, and they are actually really interesting. I sleeve everything normally for my games, but in this game, you're actually going to be using these player boards and sliding the cards into the boards. Now, if you can look here, there is not very much room in here for any sliding or extra wiggle room. So I'm not sure if these will actually fit into those sleeves and still fit into the board here. If anybody knows this, please let me know in the comments below if you've had success with sleeving these cards. So in the meantime, we just take a lot of care when we do shuffle these cards, and that way you're not really able to make predictions. But with that sliding mechanism, I don't want to ruin it by putting any sleeves on here. So not sure if it will work yet. Now, however, these cards here, these are those new endgame conditions, the new leaders, so that way you can get some new scoring potential. These you can sleeve using those sleeves that I'll put in the description, but once again, I'm not sure if I do really care that much about this one, because since the entire game is not going to be fully sleeved, I'm not sure if I need to go ahead and get them. I think I may go ahead and get the sleeves for these, but for right now, I am undecided. So seeing as this is a library copy, I probably will end up getting the sleeves, but it's totally optional here, because unfortunately, these are not the best quality. As you can see, we already have some fraying on one of the cards here, but something to be aware of is that the sleeves, not sure if they're actually going to fit here. So if anybody has any good experiences with being able to use them in that unique system of sliding on the boards, please let me know. But that is everything in the box here. Let's go ahead and pack it up. So first off, let's go ahead and just start with those player boards. We're going to put them in like so on one side. We're going to take all of those player cards, put them in the upper right, put those goals there, our wild mantas, and then our cards here. And those are just going to kind of fall down on that side like that. We've got that alternate scoring board. We've got our rule books, like so. And then we have our silica gel packet, as well as our player components, our game board, and our base game box lid. So this is all going to fit in that original box for the base game, and that is organized in Aquatica with no lid lift at all. If you have any questions about what I talked about here, please let me know down in the comments below. How do you organize your copy of Aquatica? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Once again, thank you so much for watching Side Game Strong.